Hello everyone, Jeff Bouwman back again with another EDT 211-511 tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to give you some pointers on how to create your own LMS, which stands for Learning Management System, for this course. Now again, my view may look a little different than yours. I'm going to go down to assignments here. And this assignment I'm about to highlight is worth 80,000 points. So it's a pretty big one. All right, the online classroom development, or also known as an LMS, learning management system. They can be called either or. So right here, I'm going to click on this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share out some of my expectations for this assignment. Now, I've created a bunch of different online courses for both my college students and my middle school students, and due to confidentiality restrictions, I'm really not going to be able to share those out just because of student work, names, things like that that are tied to the courses. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a quick run through on this video of how to do the assignment so you can create your own online course, okay? So for this assignment, first off, I have an article here that will kind of give you some ideas of good resources that you can use to build your own online classroom. So this is the top rated learning management systems. And so when you scroll down and you look at it, the big winners, number one, you have Canvas, which you can actually create a Canvas course. You have the ability to do that. Schoology, really cool. That's something that we are using the Gibraltar School District is Schoology. Google Classroom, very easy to use. That might be one that you want to use with your UMich account. Now, one little pointer here is if you are going to use Google Classroom, you have to use a teacher account, not a student. Let me say that again. If you're going to do that, you have to use a teacher account, not a student. So you don't want to say that you're a student when you sign up for one, because if you do, then you won't be able to create your classroom. So Google Classroom you can actually use your UMich, or a personal Gmail account would do the trick too. Edmodo, Moodle, that was another cool one. Blackboard, and that's it. Okay, so those are some ideas of products that you can use to create your LMS for this class. Now, this is just a mock that you're going to be building. So you're going to want to take a look at each one of those, pick one, and then you're going to build an online course. Now, you pick the topic, you pick the grade, you build your online classroom for your future students. Jeff, I don't have students. I know this. Build for students that you may have in the future. That's what you're doing. Like I said, it's a mock. All right. And here is the rubric, and I'm going to go through the rubric with you when we take a look at this. So in regards to your online classroom, you have to have 10 or more relevant assignments inside your classroom. Now, these can all be mock assignments. So when I go in and I inspect your classroom, there should be 10 assignments for me to do or take care of, okay? Inside of your classroom, there should be a logical plan for assessing your students. So a lot of these come with a quick quiz or assessment question that you can drop in there. So you might want to have something like that to assess student learning. There has to be a way of grading and knowing that your students are understanding what you're teaching them. So you have to have some form of assessment plan in there, or an assessment, quick question, things like that. Resources, you have to provide more than just directions. You have to have videos and tutorials and different URLs, websites where you're sending kids to, podcasts, whatever. So make sure that your online classroom is rich with resources for your students to help them out, help them learn. Is there the opportunity for interaction? So is there an option where you can discuss, allow students to discuss, talk back and forth? Most of these have them. Pick a resource that's really good with it. Jeff, how do we know which one has it? They all have it. Okay, so if you can, try to use it, check out the interaction stuff that's with the resource you select. Student support, are you able to give feedback when students turn things in? Can you answer questions back and forth. Are students allowed to post? Check those out. Again, they pretty much all have it. So it's almost like a free 12,000 points right there by the looks of it. Anyways, continuing on, when I go into your online classroom, your spelling and grammar, you're the teacher. You have to make sure that everything looks professional for your students. So that also includes checking your spelling and grammar. And does your classroom work? All right. So when I go through and I click on a resource and the hyperlink does not bring me to the right place, or I can't open up your Google document template because the share setting is not correct, you lose points there. So the online classroom has to work, has to be ready for your students. Okay, so long story short, let's break it down. For this assignment, if you choose to do it, 80,000 points, create an online classroom, your choice, you pick, and you have to have 10 assignments in there for students to do. There has to be some form of assessment. That could be a quick quiz, formative assessment, whatever in there. And everything has to be professional looking. Check your spelling and grammar and make sure that this looks awesome. Now, for your submission, what you're gonna do is on GradeCraft, you're gonna tell me the resource that you used, and you are going to give me the class code so I can log in as a student and check out your work. Okay, again, tell me which resource you use and give me your class code so I can go in and check out what you did. All right, so that's the long and the short of it. Big points, but there's some work that you got to do. This right here is really, really important because moving on in the future, you're going to need to know how to do this, and know how to manage an online classroom is really important. Especially in today's day and age where you have a lot of students going virtual and hybrid education and things like that, where students need to be able to access things on computer to complete assignments. My middle school students are almost learning through Schoology, much like you are through Canvas right now. It's really kind of a crazy thing. So that's the assignment. Any questions, please send me an email. And as always, thank you for taking the time to check out this tutorial and make an awesome online classroom. Have a good day.